Hi, I'm Lynette and welcome. Can we talk? Pat McGrath has new releases coming out. 2 of them. 3 of them. And I need to talk about them. Alright, let's talk. Pat McGrath has 3 new releases coming out, and I'm sure you already know what they are. You've seen them, but I needed to come here and discuss them with you because I don't know what to think. So, first off, she's got 6 new blush duos, and they are limited edition. Divine Rose Blush Duos, limited edition for dreamily draped radiant color dimension. Powerhouse pairings of couture, color, and feather light, long-wearing demi-matte and satin. Layer with the iconically illuminating highlighter to take your glow to the heavens. They're $45 a piece. And I'm not gonna lie, one of them I may try to get because I feel as though these are going to be popular. Now, were they necessary? I mean, is any makeup necessary? But I feel like she just not that long ago came out with her blushes. And maybe in terms of makeup releases, maybe it was a real long time ago. But I don't feel like it was that long ago that she gave us how many blushes? What was it? Was it like 9 blushes, I think? And then maybe there were some limited edition. I don't know. But she came out with blushes already. I purchased 4 of them. And like, I don't feel like I need another blush, but I'm not gonna lie, one of these blushes looks like I might try to get that one. I think they'll be popular even though nobody asked for them, and I know I wasn't expecting them, and so close to having already launched blushes. And I think they'll be popular. I think they will because they're pretty combinations. Some of them look like you can even, depending on your skin tone, you can use for bronzer, which I know a lot of people are hoping for. So I think a lot of people would have preferred that this new release would have been bronzers instead of more blushes. But that deep one, that bottom row, that all the way to the left, to the right, the deepest one, that one looks gorgeous, because that one is described as like a red, but it looks like a red orange. Now the blush that it's in there with looks kind of like Love Struck to me, which I already have, but that would be the only one that I'm interested in. But yeah, I really didn't see this release coming, and I feel like it's going to be popular, but I'm wondering. I definitely think that deepest shade, the one that I'm interested in, I definitely think everybody else is going to be interested in too, my complexion and deeper. So I really do think people will buy them. Whether they will sell out immediately, not sure, but yeah. But of the 6, that's the only one I'd be interested in, and I don't know. It's an interesting release though, I think, an interesting timing. And then in addition to the 6 new blush duos, she has 4 new Fetish Divine Glow highlighters coming out, and they're $48 a piece. And I'm not buying any of these. I have enough highlighters. I have backups upon backups of highlighters at this point. And I already have 2 highlighters from Pat McGrath that look the same, actually look almost exactly the same. So I'm not interested in any more highlighters from her. But I mean, these, they look like they have a variation. Well, maybe there's one variation, because I think one, maybe Venus Nectar, looks like it might have, or I think it's described as having like some peach bronze or peach champagne to it. But I don't know, like I have 2 of her highlighters already, and they both look like, well, one of them looks like when you swatch it has a pink shift, but on me it's just gold. And then one of the last ones she came out with, again, which is what I'm wearing today, I forget which one it is, but it's like the last one she came out with, also Oh, maybe it's not the last one. Anyway, one of those collections. I bought that one, and that one too just looks gold on me. So at this point, I have 2 gold highlighters from her, and I'm sure a couple of these, I know a couple of these are going to be gold as well, and I don't feel the need to get them. So I'm not excited about the highlighters. I'm wondering how other people will. I'm wondering how you feel about them, to be honest. So of these 2 releases, the blush duos, I'm only interested in one, and I'm not too sure if that's like would have been my next move or should have been her next move, right? Okay, so what spurred me to to make this video is another new release that she's coming out with that I don't think anybody saw coming. I know I didn't see it coming, and it's a new 6-pan eyeshadow palette, and this one is the mini eyeshadow palette in Midnight Voyage, a mini mirrored eyeshadow compact inspired by Pat's most loved shades and textures. It too is limited edition, and so now it's got 5 of the shadows are repeats, so you can find them in other palettes, whether they be full-size motherships or minis. I haven't broken them down to see where you can find them, but they already exist. Okay, and then you have the one new shade, which is Bronze Venus, and that's the debut metallic shade, which is this orange shade. Now when you look at the first photo of just the palette, it doesn't look like there's any orange in there. It looks like there's a brown and a bronze, and then some purples, and then a very light champagne color. And then when you see the swatches, that orange one, that's the new one. That's Bronze Venus, and it looks to be orange. So again, photos, these product photos just can be deceiving. So I'll be interested to see live swatches. I haven't seen live swatches yet, but yeah. So the new shadow is the orange one, and then the other ones she already has. And I mean, this eyeshadow palette, this color story, I'm not interested. Okay, I'm not interested at all, especially in the fact that there are five repeats, and if I don't have them all, I'm sure I have some of them already in my collection. So I'm not interested in this at all. But let's talk about this palette, because I think it's interesting. Right now, this palette is $29, and it says it's going to be exclusively at Sephora. So is it I mean, when you say exclusively at Sephora, I'm thinking it's not even going to be on her website. It's going to be at Sephora. But you know how these brands use exclusive, right? Because Sephora will be like, oh, it's exclusively here, but it's on the brand's website too. So if I'm reading it correctly, it's only going to be available at Sephora, not even on her website. And it's $29. Now, I don't know how much product you're going to get in this palette, because I'm suspecting you're not going to get a whole lot, because her regular 6-pan palettes sell for, I think it's $65 now, which is a whole hell of a lot more than $29. So I'm guessing this is going to be a lot less product than you're getting in those palettes. And as for $29, it should be, right? And then there's the packaging. Now, whereas her other 6-pan palettes are cardboard packaging with magnetic closure, this is plastic. Now, I mean, I like the look of it. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't seen it or felt it in person, touched it, so I don't know what the quality is. It's looking sort of like Essence makeup, you know, the brand Essence, that like a drugstore brand that you can get from Ulta. It's kind of looking like that, but I think it's pretty. I think the packaging is pretty. I like the design. I love the lilac color. So yeah, but it's plastic. So I'm just wondering, you know, her new lipsticks, the last lipstick bullets that she came out with, people complained from the Bridgerton collection. People complained that those lipstick bullets felt cheap. So I'm wondering at this price point if this palette is going to feel cheap as well. Don't know. I don't know. But I think in terms of the palette, I think that, again, I won't say again, I don't think this is a product that is for die-hard Pat McGrath stans. And the stans will buy it because it's Pat McGrath, right? And there are collectors out there that will collect everything she puts out. But, you know, as someone who is not a stan but has purchased a lot of Pat McGrath, it's not for me because, like I said, I already have probably several of those shades already in my existing collection. So I definitely think it's for new folks. And then that price point is for people that, you know, may not have purchased from Pat McGrath because she is a luxury brand and the prices reflect that. So I think this is a way for her to, once again, and we've seen lower priced items from her in the past, not a lot, but maybe one or two. So I feel like this is a way to try to attract new folks to the brand. And I think it's a good way if you don't have any Pat McGrath eyeshadows, or if you only have a couple and you might not already have some of the shadows that are repeated in this 6-pan palette, then at $29 you're definitely getting an opportunity to break into Pat McGrath and to try it and to try the eyeshadow formula without busting the piggy bank, right? Now there are no I want to be sure. There are no special shades in this. You know, and for $29, like, I wouldn't expect that you would get any special shades. So you get to try a really sparkly formula and her mattes, and a brand new shadow. So yeah, I mean, I think especially now where the economy is at, where, you know, they're talking about we may be going into a recession at some point, where inflation is just running rampant, and my salary, I can only speak about my salary is lagging behind. It's bringing up the rear. Okay, it has not increased along with inflation. So I think a lot of people in this economic climate, I think now is actually a good time to be introducing a $29 palette. You know what I mean? So I'll be interested to see how that does. I think people will purchase it. I think there are people that like this color story because it's pretty neutral. It's pretty everyday wearable, I think. So yeah, I think the color story will appeal to folks, and I think the price point will appeal to folks. To diehard or to long-standing Pat McGrath buyers, not so much. So yeah, so let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it. What do you think of these new releases? And I mean, it doesn't seem like, I mean, I know I don't have any sense of where Pat McGrath is going with her brands. I really don't. I have no idea what this woman is going to come out with next. Because it doesn't seem, I mean, in her mind, I'm sure there's a progression of things and she's got a plan, clearly. But, you know, there just doesn't seem, I don't know. There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason with what she comes out with. So I'm not even going to try to guess what her next thing will be. Will it be bronzers? Who knows? I don't care about bronzers. I don't plan on buying any bronzers should she ever come out with any. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know where else is there to go but more complexion products. She came out with an essence and maybe more skincare, perhaps. I don't know. At this point, I definitely don't think we need any more blushes. We don't need any more highlighters. We don't need any more essences. I think we're good with concealers unless there are more shades you can come out with. So it seems that she's got plenty of lip glosses and lipsticks. We could do it. I could do with some more Divinyls. I'm not gonna lie. Some of those Divinyls lip shines, I could do with more of those. And contour and bronzer. I want some contour. I don't know about anybody else, but I want some contour. Yeah, and maybe more different face powder, a pressed powder as opposed to a loose powder, because she has a loose powder, so maybe a pressed powder. But yeah, aside from that, yeah, so unless it's bronzer or contour, something like that, I don't see what else or what other need what need there would be for her to come out with more of the same, more of what she already has. And of course, we could always do with another Mothership 10. How about that? That doesn't have any pink in it. How about that? So let me know in the comments, what do you think about these new releases? Are you planning to pick up any of them? What do you think about the direction? Do you see a direction where Pat's going? What do you think about this direction, or these, yeah, what she's doing, where she's going? And what do you hope to see her come out with in the near future? Let me know down below. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you again next week. Until then, bye-bye.